In the heart of the desert, where skyscrapers touch the sky and sand dunes stretch endlessly, a group of strangers came together for a single purpose: to compete on rugby's grandest invitational stage. They hailed from different countries, cultures, and backgrounds, with only 3 days of training to forge a team. Against all odds, they aimed to conquer the Dubai Sevens Women's Invitational, the most prestigious tournament outside of World Rugby. This is a story of unity, resilience, and the unyielding spirit of the Lionesses. Every great story starts with a legendary cast. Let's meet the team from the UK, Pippa and Lizzie, our token Brits. They bring the charm of a Sunday roast and the scrappiness of a pub brawl. They'll tackle you with one hand and sip tea with the other. Next, we head down to New Zealand, where we've assembled the future of rugby itself. The Black Ferns' rising stars, Carrie and Peyton, pure dynamite. They bring the pace, the power, and a little Kiwi swagger to every move. Rosie, calm, collected leader, the kind of player you want in a crisis. Need someone to steady the ship? Rosie's your girl. Jamie's only been playing rugby for 2 years, but you'd never know it. She's already mastering the game and probably making her competition cry into their Gatorade. And then there's Leocean. At just 18 years old, she's already signed with the Black Ferns and future star of the game. From Germany, we've got not one, but 2 speed demons, Gesine and Mette. These 2 will outrun you, outplay you, and step you in a phone box. From sunny Spain, we've got Alba, who brings the flair, the fire, and a questionable obsession with paella. She sidesteps like she's dodging tourists on the streets of Barcelona. Representing Sweden, meet Sarah, the ice queen with a heart of gold. On the pitch, she's as cold as her homeland's winters. Off it, she's everyone's best friend. And finally, Noah from the Netherlands. Known for her insane speed and massive hits, she's like a human wrecking ball, with a grin that says, sorry, not sorry.
Just today, we're looking at flushing the girls' bodies after a good couple of days, I guess, in the air and getting over their travel. So starting to flush the bodies and get them moving, get them mobile. Then we're starting to, I guess, increase the intensity in terms of the level we're moving at. Starting to execute some skills under pressure, and then look to gain some clarity and understanding on how we want to play this weekend. Okay, and we communicate what's happening with the ball early. Okay, and we get in behind them on those first 2 phases. Okay, the ball will do the work. Okay, have trust with the strike weapons we have, particularly on the edges and in the middle. You've got some options to work with there. It is challenging building combinations when you're coming together at such late notice. So the challenge for you is to continue talking, continue learning about how each other plays. Okay, so we get us some confidence and build some trust moving into the weekend. Heaps better, girls. The only thing I'm going to be real critical on is if we run a late switch, can we have a third person running short off that switcher? Just to give them an option, punch that hole. Tackle, 7 up, 7 up, 7 up! Deep here, deep here. Connect early, get up. Good, tackle here, tackle here. The call is blue. Once the ball's hit the edge, okay, we should be already organising second phase and knowing your role when the ball's coming back. Your first receiver, you're flat, we're setting our depth off our 1. And ideally we want a ball player in at second receiver so they can dictate play. Okay, be really clear, communicate well, and be really assertive with where the ball's going. Because those first 2 phases will allow us to get over the advantage line and then help create something third phase for our ball players. Receiver's hands and they look to pass, come up on the edge. Don't leave it too late. Good girl, Kira, it's a good option.
really nice. I mean, it's a nice city, good weather, better than in Germany in the winter. So yeah, we had a great time till now.
Yeah, well, I heard a lot of things about it, so yeah. Hot, very hot, like humid. Not used to it, but yeah, but pretty. Yeah, it's a really nice place.
I love it. I think it's a very extra, like out the gate kind of place. Expensive, but it's really cool. Lots of places to go and see and things to do.
Well, it's my second time here, so I'm really lucky to be back. But yeah, nah, it's just so pretty. Like, there's never an ugly day, you know? You wake up in the morning, pretty sunset, you go to sleep at night. I mean, pretty sunrise, pretty sunset.
Yeah, everything's new.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. Everything's just fresh. Buildings are high and slim.
How are you guys feeling for the tournament tomorrow?
I'm really excited for it. I think the previous times I've been in the Open, so the invitational, playing against teams that we don't necessarily play against, playing for teams that are maybe vying for that like first team international representation on the HSBC circuit. I think it'll be a really cool challenge. I'm really excited to get stuck in.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
I've been giving you the worst of me. Now you wanna stay tonight. Pretty how you work hard for me. We're forgetting how to talk. Nah, I don't like no humble beats. Just go and slice it up. Now it's time to marinate. And right after we're done,
watching us probably don't know what Lionesses is.
So,
To be fair, you're the OG Lioness.
I'm the oest G that we have at the moment. It started when Aaron founded Lions, which is the equivalent men's sevens team. So he founded Lions, and then he And then he founded the women's team to run alongside. And then he built his big business, Egg Chaser, as like a kit provider. And that's really blossomed into all of the academy stuff. So the Egg Chaser Academy is the biggest school-age academy, sevens academy globally, which is really nice because we get to do quite a lot of work with the academy kids. So we had like an exhibition tournament at Sutton and Epsom a little while ago. So where we like mixed teams with some of the academy girls, so we got to play alongside them, which was really cool. So Lioness has sort of turned into the end game for the pathway that he's created, which is super exciting. And it's been really interesting to have been. I wasn't there right at the beginning, but it's close enough. So it's been really fun to have been on that journey from sort of the initial just a couple of sevens teams to the biggest academy franchise in the world.
Quick match reactions post-match.
Firstly, really good to get the win, really grateful to get the win against a tough Australian side. For us, we probably didn't play to the level or the standard that we set yesterday, and Australia challenged us a lot, particularly on defence. We had to make a lot of tackles early on, and it didn't probably look after the ball as well as we would have liked, but really proud of the efforts for the girls to grind and come back and get a win to come from behind was pretty pleasing.
What do you think we need to do for next match?
I think just patience and setting the right alignment with our defence. We got caught a couple of situations on a couple of late switches. We need to tighten up there with our defence. Attack, just using the ball better when we've got it, being patient, spreading to the edges. That's where our weapons are, and then looking to create in the middle after that.
How did you feel when we took the lead?
Pretty pleased, proud of the girls to pull that lead back, and then obviously to at the end to have the composure to seal it, so definitely proud of the ladies.
Were you a bit nervous?
Yeah, a little bit nervous, but at the same time you put trust in the girls that you've got out there, so a little bit of mixed emotion, a bit of nerves, but confidence at the same time.
How's today gone?
Good, great. Yeah, it's been mean.
How do you feel? How do you feel after the win?
Oh, happy as. I'm excited to see what's to come tomorrow. The semis, hopefully final. Yeah.
having this conversation yesterday. To have the opportunity to be on the same pitch as All Blacks is wild, and we can learn so much from them, constantly asking them questions, and they've been so receptive in like kind of helping us out if we were feeling a little bit unsure, and giving us that extra bit of guidance and making sure that everyone's really working together on the pitch from day one so that we're hitting the ground running tomorrow. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think one thing that they certainly bring is energy.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's invaluable on pitch, as well as their experience. I think like some of them, I think Ray's already done like 4 caps for the Black Ferns and stuff like that, which is incredible.
It's crazy.
There's the technical aspect of it. Then there's also this intangible aspect, the part that you can feel that you can't quite see. But that's how magic is really created.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think the thing that I'm looking forward to is the energy. Regardless of anything in the past, the best assessment we can make is after seeing games from the tournament. So tomorrow, it's going to be important to do the analysis, and he's going to be really on it with that.
Bunch second phase. Pretty good line speed from the first 3, but I want you to look at when they come back second phase off this ruck. They snap back here, look at all this room from depth. Okay, sweep up back here again. You want to go to a line out, I'm happy. They don't compete. Okay, and they push off real quick. Their half is going to sweep. You look at that snap back. Okay, these girls haven't reloaded over here. So utilise the width early, move the ball early, target that inside shoulder. When they're 6 up, they're going to be marking inside shoulder because they're having to push out because their number's down. Look for that snapback option, so play from depth if you're playing from that area of the field. I'll just talk you through it. Split kickoff, they're very narrow, they don't have anyone on the edge. Okay, so Kerry, who's been on our edges so far? Competing. Lizzie, Tia, Kerry. They defend quite narrow when they're receiving a kickoff, so put it on that player. Questions? No? How do you feel? That's a good thing. Bring the energy from the blowout. Okay, when you get sort of an hour and a half, 2 hours off to just relax and get yourself in the zone. But really bring that energy from the blowout. Okay, boots on, switch on. Okay, and then look to really start well. Be confident, girls.
everyone was making me think was a big fucking dominant one. Yeah.
Two tries in, how are you feeling, coach?
Nerves are still there, mate. Nerves are still there. Long way to go. Long way to go.
Lionesses working into possession. Looking to see it on this game. Buzzer has gone. Are they just going to kick it out? Yes, they are. Incredible game there for the International Invitational Women. Lionesses Rugby Sevens are our winners. Out to touch there.
Yeah.